welcome back to my channel and welcome to my Halloween special. So for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys how to make a Reese's peanut butter cup that is sugar free and also low carb, but it also tastes very similar to the real thing. I've let my boyfriend eat these. I've made them one or two more times and he actually likes them better than a Reese's peanut butter cup. So if y'all like to try these at home, then kind of find out for yourself and see what you think. I think they're really good and they're actually pretty easy to make. You know, Halloween is literally the end of this week, and with Halloween comes lots of candy, lots of treats, which means a lot of temptation for us who are out there trying to live more of a healthier lifestyle. So if you're feeling tempted, if you're handing out candy or wanting to dip into your kids' trick-or-treating candy, this will give you a little bit of an excuse to eat something yummy, treat yourself, but not feel so guilty about it. So we'll go ahead and jump into today's video and I'll show you how to make these. Okay, so first things first, I am so excited about Halloween. I've been watching Halloween movies, which is really funny because as a kid growing up, we really didn't celebrate Halloween much. Every now and then we would go trick-or-treating at my grandparents' neighborhood, but other than that, and it wasn't even every year, it was just random times. But now that I'm older, I'm getting more into the Halloween spirit. I'm loving watching like Halloween Town. I never watched Hocus Pocus until this year and actually really like it. And then I got my Halloween nails done. And I'm wearing Halloween socks, but you guys can't see that. And yeah, so it's really my first year getting into Halloween. So let's go ahead and I can show you how to make these Reese's cups. So the first thing that I did was I melted a bowl of chocolate, and that was half of a bag of these, which are Lily's chocolate chips. These Lily's chocolate chips are 1 gram of sugar and they're only 4 net carbs. So, I mean, literally so much better than Reese's. And it is no sugar added, 55% cocoa, and then the rest is stevia sweetener. And to me, it just tastes like dark chocolate. I love it. So I went ahead and I melted, it was about half of a bag of that, and I put it into a bowl. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do is get a lovely little spoon, and you're going to, oh, I forgot to show y'all. I have these, and these are like, I don't really know what they're called, but they line, you know, they'll make it look like an actual Reese's cup. You know, it's like the little Reese's papers. So you can pick them up from Walmart, they're super cheap. That's where I got mine from. But anyways, so I'm going to dip into my chocolate. Kind of shift some of that out. And with a spoon, you're just gonna lightly place the chocolate into your little paper cups. And then I'll spread it out down here and just make sure that it covers the entire base of this, and then just a little bit on the walls of the paper will be good. And the bottom of it should look like this right here. Okay, now that you have your little chocolate papers completely lined at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and put this into the refrigerator, and it's going to freeze for about 15 minutes. You're just going to want to put the rest of your chocolate to the side because you're going to be using that later for the topping. So I'm going to put this in the fridge really quick and I'll be right back to show you how to make the inside. Now that we have gone ahead and put our little chocolate bottoms to freeze for 15 minutes, we won't look at the time, we are going to go ahead and make the peanut butter filling, which is my favorite part. Peanut butter and chocolate is just fantabulous, in case you didn't know. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and I have my pot here, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn this on to about like a medium heat. And I'm going to get coconut oil, and I'm going to do 2 large spoonfuls of coconut oil. Into the pot that I am heating up. Okay, so you want it to be about like that in 2 of those. side here. And then I'm going to grab another spoon for the peanut butter. All right, and then I have 1 cup of peanut butter. Now I use an organic peanut butter where the ingredients are literally just peanuts. That is the healthiest way for you to do it. It cuts down on any unnecessary sugars or, what are those things called? What are they called? You know, that stuff that's really bad. Basically, it's not processed. So it's a lot better for you. It's literally the only ingredient is peanuts. So how can you go wrong with that? I'll actually tell you the brand I use. So the brand I'm using today is Crazy Richard's 100% Peanuts Creamy. This one right here. And I actually prefer the taste of this to your traditional just peanut butter, actually. So that's cool. And then I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of, I think it's confectioners. Yes, this one is the Confectioner's Swerve. Swerve is my favorite replacement for sugar. It is made out of erythritol, and a lot of, you know, artificial sweeteners, like, to me actually stevia on itself has like a really weird aftertaste that I really do not like. Whereas this I don't find gives me a weird aftertaste, and I can't even tell the difference honestly between this and sugar. So that is what I'm going to put in here, and then we're gonna stick it in the pot and kind of twirl it around. You're gonna let that coconut oil melt really nice and the peanut butter melt, and then mix in that sweetener as well until it's nice and melted. All right, and then you're going to get a very liquidy consistency of your peanut butter. And then once it gets to this point, I'm going to turn my burner off. And then I'm gonna let it sit here. It's still gonna be pretty warm, just as I wait for the next couple minutes for the chocolate to finish in the freezer, and then I will show you how to make the insides. Okay, so it's actually been about like 12 minutes, but I checked them and they are good. A way that you can tell is if you flip it over and it literally does not come out. It's frozen, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna take the peanut butter, the liquidy peanut butter, and you're just gonna pour it onto the top of this chocolate that we have placed here. It's gonna be super liquidy. It's gonna look like it's gonna be really messy, but it is okay, I promise. Just gotta trust the process. It's an ugly process, but it comes together beautiful. So I'm just gonna pour it in. And just so that it kind of, sorry, just so that it kind of fills the top there. That isn't making a mess everywhere. All right, so, and now we're just gonna repeat the process again of putting this into the refrigerator and letting it sit for about 12 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna check it in 12 because when I checked the chocolate last time in 12 minutes, it was fine. So we're gonna set this in there and then we will make the topping and finish off, okay? I'll be back. So it has been about, not gonna lie, I let them sit there a little longer, so probably about like 20 minutes now, but that's okay. And this is what they look like. You can see it's nice and hard. And so the last step as far as applying the ingredients is going to be to put the remaining bits of our chocolate and just pour it on the top of the little peanut butter pieces that we just did. So that is what we'll do. I just put like a dollop of the chocolate on each piece, and now I'm just gonna kind of squish it, not squish it, spread it around into the peanut butter. Okay, and something I'd like to, oh dear. One thing I'd like to note is this really gets messy, people. Like, I'm not joking, it does, but that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say one thing I would like to note is I realized towards the last two I started kind of running out of chocolate a little bit, which is absolutely fine if you don't have enough chocolate. I mean, I have another bag of the chocolate chips in there, which I could heat up about like a couple of teaspoons of it if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to that bad, so it's okay that I ran out of chocolate a little bit. This one's just gonna be a little bit more peanut buttery than chocolatey. It's still delicious, but if you have enough chocolate, then it should look like this, right? Beautiful. So I'm going to wash off my hands, and then I'm going to put this into the refrigerator for another, you guessed it, 12 to 15 minutes again, and then we'll take them out, and then they will be ready to go, and then I will break it apart. I'll show you how they look, and we'll do a little taste. Okay, and I will be back again. Hey y'all, so our homemade sugar-free low-carb Reese's are done. I don't know if you can see, but I've already been biting into this one. This is one, and it is so good, by the way. But this is one of the ones that I ran out of chocolate on, so it's a little bit more peanut buttery. But if you want to see one that's actually like a Reese's cup, it looks like this. When you take it out of, oh, a little chocolate fell off. Okay, so when you take it out of the wrapper, it looks like this. Little homemade Reese's. I'm sure if you were to get the chocolate a little bit more down into the crevices, this could be completely covered in chocolate, but that's very nitty gritty, and I'm not a nitty gritty kind of gal. So nonetheless, it's gonna taste the same. But this is going to be so good. I'm gonna break it apart for you. So yummy. Your hands are gonna get very chocolatey, as you can see mine are. And then something else that I do wanna note is with these, because they're not filled with all the yucky, nasty preservatives and things, so I do not suggest leaving them in like a cookie jar, or even if you have it in an airtight container that you wanna set on the counter. I don't suggest leaving it like that because they will melt, which you can see is literally happening right now, and they were frozen 2 seconds ago. But it's kind of like, if you think about it, a Reese's, you can leave in the wrapper out, but like I said, it's filled with all those preservatives and things like that that allow it to be like that, where this is a healthier option, so it is going to melt. So I would suggest storing it in the refrigerator if you're not going to eat them or all at once, which I also would not suggest eating this many of them at once, because even though they are a sugar-free, healthier option and alternative, everything is good in moderation. I'm still holding on to this because it is getting my hands a little chocolatey, so don't want to let go of them, but they are very delicious. Comment down below if you make these or if you plan on making them. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you have any more, recipe ideas or anything like that that you'd like to see in the future. But I hope y'all have a happy Halloween, and y'all enjoy your weekend with the family, and I will see you next time. Bye.